Hey, how's it going? So, I don't know what that was. Okay, anyway, so we're going to be talking about my birth control experiences. Currently, everything you need to know to when I started, what I'm doing now, and during, all in between. One of my very first videos ever on my channel were of me explaining how I got rid of my acne, which again was at the end of the day a temporary solution for me, but it didn't work, which was my birth control. So that was about, I believe, 2016 or 2017, one of those two. So my very first birth control I was on was DIANE 35. All birth controls have some sort of risk to taking them. DIANE 35 specifically was prone to blood clotting. There's a couple other things I think, but that was like the major thing that was a problematic between that one. And I think maybe all birth controls, because I think there was like an issue with like Yasmin or something with blood clotting. So that's why I was just like freaked out. That is why I like stopped it eventually. But a lot of you were asking like what was the name of my birth control that got rid of my acne. And also, I guess my overall experience, how I felt during the whole thing, and how long I've been taking it. So yeah, so basically the birth control is called DIANE 35. I think I took it for just under a year, honestly, because the thing is like DIANE 35, it's specifically targeted towards acne. So for some reason, it was counted as cosmetic. So it actually wasn't covered by my health insurance. So it was getting pretty expensive. I was paying like $60 or $70 a month just to keep it up. So that in itself wasn't sitting right with me. And also I was thinking, I'm just like, I still had the fear of like this blood clotting thing. And I was like, the risks to it. During my whole situation though, my hormones, like everything seemed normal. Like I never had any mood swings to begin with. Whenever my period came, I never had any mood swings before or after. I felt completely fine on it. Literally, I could have went for longer because I literally had no issues on it. The only thing again was just the price that was stopping, and also the risk. I just don't like taking risks when it comes to certain medications. Also because I just not a huge fan of medications to begin with. Medication in general just doesn't sit well with me. Unless if it's something you're taking in order to help fix something and eventually get off of the medication, I'm perfectly fine with. So if it's like mental health or something, or like a broken kneecap or something, I'm perfectly fine with those, right? Because they're like tools you use in order to like get better. But when it comes to just like cosmetic or like, I don't know, diabetes, or like just things you could change through diet or like exercising, or even like supplementation, like vitamins and stuff, I don't see anything wrong with vitamin intake, unless if it's in excess, of course, like I was with my Pantothenic acid. But again, that excessive thing was like in hopes and in guidance to then weed off of it. With that being said, medication on my end was just not sitting well with me. If you're fine with it, that's perfectly fine. Like everyone is, definitely make your own educated decision. Talk to your physician or doctor. Definitely, I am no medical professional, so disclaimer, I'm not telling you what to take or what not to take. But again, this is just my experience and my thoughts overall on my birth control. So that's why I eventually stopped it. With that being said, about 4 months after, I would say 5 months after, my acne came back. And it didn't come back worse, it just came back the same. It's just literally like I never took birth control to begin with. So again, that just shows that like if you take things like Accutane or birth control to help subside your acne, chances are if you stop it, half a year later, most likely will come back, because acne is an internal issue. You got to see your naturopath or dietitian to kind of take care of that, which I am currently doing. I will link my naturopath experience down below. I have videos all about that. So yeah, definitely check that video out. But yeah, I'm hopefully getting more natural approaches. Anyway, that was a tangent. I've only been on 3 birth controls. So my second one is, oh my gosh, this was the worst experience I had in my life, probably. This birth control, I do not recommend to anyone. I feel like the majority of people say this because all the reviews and all the things I've seen online, well, it just grosses me out just thinking about it. But all of them have bad reviews as well, and I'm just like, I should have listened to them. Okay, so DIANE 35, I did have my period, and then this one, I forget what it was called, but it was like the needle. It got rid of your period completely, and it was all hormones. Like there was hardcore, like they pump you with hormones so much That is why I had to get off of it. It is the worst birth control experience I've ever had in my life. It didn't affect my skin negatively or positively. It was pretty neutral. A lot of people have that birth control hormone thing to actually improve their acne, because I wasn't really taking it for acne purposes. But again, like, it never made my acne worse, and it never really improved it, because again, I didn't have too much acne at that point. And again, I was only on this birth control for a year before I stopped. Shoot, what was it called? Oh, DEPO shot or DEPO shot. That's what it was called. It's such a disgusting birth control. Basically, oh my gosh, I don't even want to explain what it does. Basically, it gets rid of your period. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. But it gets rid of your period by like creating mucus. Like basically, this birth control, it specifically produces excess mucus in your like cervix. It's so gross. Anyway. Oh man, my stomach is turning just thinking about it, because not even because of that, but also because like, the mood swings you have on it is like insane. And like me, I consider myself a very laid back, upbeat person. And when I was on that shot, I literally was the most miserable, most like, oh my gosh, my mental state was just not there, and it was just like not worth it. So definitely, I would recommend do not go on that shot. It's awesome because you don't get your period, but it sucks even more because you literally are the most unproductive, miserable. I don't know, again, everyone's different, but the majority of people that were on that shot, they actually like get really, really, really bad in like a mental state. Definitely for your own well-being and mental health, don't go on that, because the thing is, for me, I'm not an emotionally hormonal dynamic person in general, because again, during my periods, I never get any hormone dynamics and I don't get emotional at all. I'm literally like, my mood just stays consistently just like, I guess like happy and upbeat like the majority of the time, or like laid back. So that's why I was just like, okay, I could take it, like it's no big deal, because like my hormones are very, very consistent, and like I'm just very consistently well-rounded, emotionally stable person. So the fact that I took that and it literally made such like the biggest dip in my emotions and like well-being and mental state, I just was blown away, because again, I don't have like a hormonally, emotionally dynamic thing going on. So again, if that could make me emotionally just like at my lowest, then I feel like I would assume it would just make anyone that way. Again, do your own research. But again, just my personal opinion, I guess. I just thought that I wouldn't get affected as bad as I thought. So yeah, it was weird. I stopped taking it last year, but apparently the hormones can still be in your system for up to like a year even after you stop taking it. So that stuff just messes you up. I feel like now I'm starting to get more like stable from it, because again, it's still pretty recent, just considering it has been only a year since I've been off of it. And I'd say like majority I'm like back to my feeling myself. But again, sometimes it takes at least 10 months to a bit over a year to get this stuff completely out of your system. So yeah, I definitely don't recommend it to anyone. It's super cheap and affordable, but it's not worth your mental well-being. And again, I don't even know if it improves acne, so we're gonna stay away from that. Anyway, my third and final birth control is the one I'm currently on now, and I'm very, very happy. It's been 1 full year since I've been on this one, and it is the copper IUD. There's a lot of bad reviews I've heard on the copper IUD, but again, at the end of the day, like, I just don't want any hormones to be injected in me anymore. Like, oh my god. So I think I was just so like emotionally scarred and traumatized by that DEPO shot experience that I'm just like, okay, I'm done with hormones. So now I'm on a copper IUD and I feel amazing. Apparently they said that like copper IUD makes your periods like super heavy, but I never experienced that at all in my life. But my periods also haven't been that consistent either. So far this year, I probably only had my period like twice. So I don't know if this is still like the aftermath of my DEPO shot. Again, it could last up to 10 months to a year. Like the effects for them to like be decreased and stuff, I think it all varies. So for all I know, I could still have like a bit of hormone left in me from that shot from like a year ago. So yeah, I definitely don't get that. But anyway, I think that's why my period has been like so inconsistent recently. But I think the only risk you can have for a copper IUD is just like copper toxicity, which honestly is a pretty easy thing to curb. As long as you take a zinc supplement a day, zinc absorbs or like leaches out excess copper in the body. So as long as you're making sure you take your zinc and you have zinc rich foods, you should be completely fine. Because again, I've never experienced any negative side effects from the copper IUD. No mood swings, everything's fine because again, you're hormone free. And if finally I'm off hormones, again, who knows if I still have hormones in me from my DEPO shot, but from now on for the rest of my life, I hope to not ever go on birth control again to get hormones and stuff. But again, like some people want to go on birth control for their acne, and I feel like that's completely fine. But at the same time, I think it would be a good decision to go on that. Sure, I feel like that's a good idea if in the meantime you're trying to figure out a new diet, or like go to a naturopath at the same time, maybe get your hormones checked, because again, there's something internally that's still going on, whether it is hormonal, gut related, SIBO related, stress related, hydration related. Like there's so many factors to play into acne. My type of acne, which is like gut acne, I have like gut related, digestion related acne. It could be totally different from you watching this right now. You know, the fact that everyone's so different when it comes to acne, that even emphasizes more that you should go get your hormones checked or go to a naturopath, see what internally is the problem, take a bunch of tests if you have to. Because again, I haven't started taking that until like recently this year, tests and getting checked, and I'm starting to just get myself aligned right now with like the natural route I want to take when it comes to acne and just like overall health. But I feel like going through my birth control experience and kind of experiencing the worst aka the DEPO shot to like my best, trying to come more and more so hormonal free and medication free, I feel like I had to again experience the worst in order to finally make the decision, okay, I want to definitely be hormone free, medication free. But again, it takes steps to go there. Sometimes you might find yourself like needing to take medication or wanting to take medication in order to get there. And if you don't feel ready to get to that natural route, it's totally fine. Like everyone goes at their own pace. And again, only you yourself watching, whoever is watching this, only you yourself can determine what you want to do. And only you can determine what you want to do with your body and what is right for it. And again, it's completely up to you to make that healthy decision for yourself, whether it is taking medication or weaning yourself off of it. Again, you are the captain of your own ship. So yeah, I hope this was a helpful video and kind of just showed you a brief kind of my overall experiences of my birth control. But yeah, if you have any additional questions for me, or if you want me to do a Q&A on my current copper IUD right now, because I'm living proof and experiencing all of the side effects or anything, current events I'm currently experiencing with the copper IUD. So if you want, I don't know if that made sense, but anyway, in short, if you want me to make a Q&A, leave your comments in the comment section below. But anyway, yeah, DIANE 35 is the one that actually helped me get rid of my acne. But again, short term, right? Because medication, once you stop it, just like antibiotics and all that kind of stuff, if you stop it, chances are most likely is going to come back until you again attack the root problem internally. But yeah, if you are interested, again, it's not a bad idea to talk to a physician or a doctor. With that being said, I hope you have a good day, good night wherever you're watching this. Please subscribe if you want to see more of me. I post every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video I post. All my social media links will be linked down below, as well as my second YouTube channel. If you all don't know, hello, my name is Sonia and I'm a music producer and I produce music. So if you are interested in like pop, EDM, bright, happy, kind of upbeat, vibey music, then definitely subscribe to my channel down below. I'll link it first thing. It would mean the world to me. Let's try to get it to 1,000 subscribers. We're halfway there. I know we got this. But of course, if you're like genuinely interested in more pop music, yeah, definitely subscribe to that. It'll mean the world to me. It'll mean so much to me. Anyway, lots of virtual kisses and hugs, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, peace.